Hi, my beautiful people. My name is Kristin. Thank you for stopping by my channel for my very informal coffee chats. It is a Monday morning here and it is dreary. It has been raining all night, and this past week I feel like I've lost a week of my life, but I just want to start by saying I'm eternally grateful. Um, I think I ended my last vlog after I had had my 2-day migraine and was finally feeling a little bit better. And on that evening, late, my husband works a second part-time job at FedEx doing the warehousing, like taking the packages off of the incoming trucks, and then they rearrange them and put them on the next, trucks going in the correct direction. So there was a box that was stuck in the chute, like it turned diagonal or across the chute, was piling up the boxes. So he was unlodging it, not realizing how heavy it was and how many boxes had piled up behind it. And when it came out, the force of it all knocked him backwards, and he went feet up, sailing from the chute into the bottom of the truck and hit thankfully the top of his head, where it's kind of the hardest spot, but just really split his head open, and we were worried he had broken his neck, and it was very serious. And I'll insert a couple pictures maybe at the end because they're a little bit graphic, so skip that. I'll try to remember to give a warning: don't look if you don't want to see. But when you're seeing your loved one, in the neck brace, and just he had blood, not massive amounts of it, but there was a significant amount of blood scattered all over his clothes and body, and he was in shock, and it wasn't a very good night. That was probably my fourth time at that particular hospital in the ER, and this time was the worst out of all of them. It just seemed like everybody was not very attentive and not very helpful, and there were like little mistakes being made. They would like one of the worst was they thought that they were giving him pain medicine, and it was really just the anti-inflammatory, and they hadn't given him the pain, and they were trying to send us home without any pain. Well, they did. In the end, they sent us home without any pain medicine, and by that point it was near midnight or after midnight really, and the pharmacies are closed. Like, can you go get any? No, they don't open till 9 a.m. So it was just a really serious ordeal. And I again, there could have been breaking of necks or internal bleeding or all kinds of serious things, and none of them happened. So he does have a severe concussion. He did need 15 stitches in the top of his head, but he's going to be okay. It's a long recovery, right? You have to take your medicine and be out for like a week or more. So that's hard for somebody who's active, who was working 2 physical labor jobs. So we're going to be okay, but things are a little off routine. My reading suffered. I didn't get to the gym since last Monday because then the migraines and then the accident. So I'm going to wrap this up to go to cycling. And I do have actually 2 or 3 things that I want to share that are fun. So I didn't know if I wanted to start this out serious, but my coffee chats are to share life. And I would just, those of you who send positive vibes, who send prayers, my husband David, I would love some recovery vibes and prayers for him. And, there's plenty of room in life for goodness and fun and all those things, and I'm going to put that in the rest of my vlog. But I just wanted to share. I just share life, and I believe in the power of prayer. I know I've told y'all that, or whatever energy, healing forces of the universe. I just believe it. So, and I'm grateful. I'm just particularly grateful. I'm also grateful because before that happened, I had been working on the collab that went up Sunday night. I could put a little iCard up in the corner to the playlist, and that was such a happy joy, and I was really, really just grateful for that opportunity to work with some of my great YouTube friends and to be reminded of another blessing that I have in my life, because my YouTube community, each of you, I just really, really appreciate. And sometimes when these big events happen in our lives, it reminds us, like, at the end of the day, what's important. So you are important to me, my friend, and I seriously appreciate you being here. And I look forward to sharing a couple more thoughts and tidbits and products. And I have a couple even random shopping items that, they're not a haul, they're just one or two things. So I'm going to be sharing those in this vlog, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to wrap up my vlogs today. I've been kind of saving up, and a quick update at my house. My husband kind of went through the regimen after the ER trip, and we're very, again, just so grateful that he didn't break his neck or isn't paralyzed, but he is having issues. He needs some further treatment, and we're having trouble getting it covered through the insurance, and because it was a workplace, and we started a workman's comp because we wanted them to pay for the hospital. So we may be even getting a lawyer. So I can't talk about any of those details anymore. Till all that's sorted out. But please keep that situation in prayer. And it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday, so it was so funny. I have to tell a quick story. So I have a retreat this weekend, but it's mandatory for part of confirmation program for, like, deciding if you want to profess Christ and join the church. There's a group of 13 teenagers kind of going through a year-long program, and 3 of them are missing part of the day because of soccer tournaments. So I had them all go over to one of the boys' house, and we did like a little mini retreat kind of makeup so they would get all the lessons. And it was Cinco de Mayo, so on the way home I knew we were out of tequila and we needed margaritas. It was Cinco de Mayo. So I stopped by the liquor store, and oh my gosh, it was so busy. It was busy there, and then there's a little bitty Mexican restaurant in the shopping strip with the liquor store, and it was packed. I mean, like 200 people. I mean, people everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like the pandemic, obviously, and I don't think most of them had their masks on. I mean, it's part of eating and drinking, right? So it's like, fingers crossed, all goes well, and they had a good time and everybody was safe. So anyway, there's my tequila from last night. Just noticed it. And so let me share. I'm so distracted from sharing what I want to share. I want to share books. Okay, so book of the month. I just got one book. I'll probably be putting my book of the month onto my coffee chats, because before they were kind of hauls. I was getting 2 or 3 at the same time. But now that I've kind of explained what it is and I'll only be getting one, I'll stick it in my coffee chat. So I will always leave little timestamps as I can in my description. So if you're not interested in books, you can skip forward to jewelry, because I have jewelry coming up, y'all. I have been reading, I started actually the end of the month, last month, started to read this. And it is 1,240 some pages long, and so this is about maybe 20 to 24 hours worth of reading for me. So I have been reading now over a week, because the truth is I'm not reading. There's so many crises and trying to work ahead and get ready for what we hope we still can go on vacation, but we might have to cancel that. But anyway, it's going to take me a long time to read this. So I probably am not going to get a lot of reading done for this month. But so I want to give a couple shout outs. I had an author, Diana Lockwood. She sent me a copy of her book, The Surviving Twin. This is a memoir of her with her twin sister and just the challenges that they had. And I look forward to reading this. And I was hoping that it was going to be this month. But I always read my classic, my nonfiction, and my new release, and I haven't even finished my Brandon Sanderson, so I'm not sure I'm going to get to it. But I just wanted to kind of let y'all know that was coming up and put that in the description for you if you were interested. And then my book of the month, I picked How Lucky. Who's this? Will Leach. I'm not sure if this is a new author or it's definitely a new release. But this is a story of a man who has some disabilities. He's definitely in a wheelchair. I can't remember all. He has 2 or 3 challenges, and so he works from home and he spends all his time kind of like we do now in the pandemic, right? So he sees out his front porch a girl that passes by all the time. He comes to kind of know her and kind of know his routine by her walking by. And then he thinks one day he's witnessing her kidnapping. And so it sounds very much like Rear Window, Alfred Hitchcock, or the Woman in the Window. I think it's A.J. Finn that wrote that. I like those books very, very much. So this is the book I picked. But there were 2 or 3 books that sounded pretty good this month for Book of the Month. So this is the one I got. So leave me a comment, particularly if you got this book, or if you've read this book, or what book you picked for Book of the Month, because there's, like I said, other ones that sounded a little good. So I would love to know who's reading what, so I can find out if some of those other books are worth following up on or picking up later. So a couple other things. One, I've been carrying around my watches to change the batteries out at the mall, but I haven't been to the mall in so long. I haven't done it, so the watches just carry around in my purse. So finally at Walmart, I picked up this little watch that's just their brand, one of their Walmart brands, and it was $8.88, but look, it's really cute. It's got like the rose gold, and it's simple, and it's silicone. This is like stretchy rubber. And I think it's more to get a battery replaced than $8.88. So I just got tired of not having a watch that was working and picked that up. But I just thought that was kind of a good idea. And do you replace your watch batteries? Or how much is that now? Because I haven't done it in a couple of years, definitely before the pandemic. So I can't remember how much it is. So I've got 3 watches that are dead and need new batteries, but I need to just go do it. And finally, I want to share jewelry. So there is a company, Park Lane. I know that Southern Yankee has a channel, and she was selling this for a while. I'm not sure. I think she still is. But my friend Emily is a consultant now, and I'll put her link below if you'd like to look at any of these things or purchase any of these things. But what I find is this is very much like Kohl's, or one of those kind of things where you have to buy multiples and then you get cash or credits or whatever, and put them together to make it really affordable. So when you kind of put the deals together, the pieces work out to be more like Stitch Fix pricing, where things are like $20 to $30 an item. But when you look on the website or the catalog, originally things can be like $60 to a couple $100. So don't let the initial prices that are listed throw you off, but you do kind of have to put things together to get it back down to the reasonable price, if that makes sense. It's kind of like buy a couple pieces at any price, even like the $20, $30 pieces, and then everything else becomes automatically 50% off, and you buy a certain amount of more and you get something for $25, and that's how that rolls. So I haven't actually opened these or taken them out yet, but this I think was called the Talon. It's like a gold bracelet like this, and I'm not going to take the prices off because a lot of these I might end up gifting, because that was my other thought, since I was buying several things. But this would be a great layering bangle, and it's just got some pretty bling. I like to wear a lot of gold, so it's really nice, and it's not overly heavy, but it's definitely a sturdy piece, so I really, really like that. Yeah, that one might be keeping that one myself. So there's that. Let's look at the other goodies here. Here's a necklace. You know what? I can't remember all the names of all these, so I will try to put them, or I'll put the names and the website down below. But anyway, it's a little heart with a piece of cubic zirconia and then a gold. So it's like almost like a lariat look, but I thought that was so cute. So there's that necklace, and it's bright, nice, bright, shiny gold. And there were 3 people that won prizes from the party. And I won a piece of jewelry, so I was able to send that to a friend this week. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm just kind of putting most of this away for gifts. But I may pick out 1 or 2 things that I like for myself. So here, I think this is called Romeo because it says love. And there's little plastic, you take the plastic off. But I'm not going to do that just in case I gift it. But the heart, can you see it? It's got like little gemstones in the heart and says love. So that is adorable. And that would be really cute layered with some of the other things, like even something simple like my little owl, and then have the love at the longest so that it's below it. If you had like a solid, or even this kind of shirt, although it might get too busy. And then here is a bracelet with the cross and beads and the, I don't know what you call this toggle where you adjust it like that, but look, it's got little tassels. Can you see that? It's got little tassels on the end. This is adorable, but this is just such a cute faith. So this would make a really, really cute present for, you know, like our confirmands or somebody who is graduating, a graduation present, because it's simple and it's classic and it goes with everything with the gold and the silver, you know, but and it's got a cross for your faith, but it's not, it's kind of subtle, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So that's nice. Got a couple more things. This is one of those things I kind of added on that was a $20 item that ended up being like $3 because it was an extra, made something else 50% off, so then I saved that money. Anyway, here's a little ring. It's got like a rainbow gem cubic zirconia, and it's just kind of clover leafed. So yeah, that's pretty. That's just simple, easy. I like that. And the ring I'll probably keep because sometimes it's hard to know what people's ring sizes are. So that's my ring size for my ring finger. So I'll probably keep that. And I'm thinking I'm going to keep that first bracelet. And then I'm thinking the other 3 things I'm going to gift. And then this I may gift as well. This was my big item. It was $125 or something by the catalog. I think it's called Ariel. But I got it for $25 as my 5th piece or whatever. So it's got, it's not mother of pearl. What is this? It's like a shell. It's like an alabaster shell, that kind of rainbowy shell. Abalone, right? Abalone? I think that's what it's called. And then the hammered gold. So I'm probably going to put this back on the thing and gift it, but let's go ahead and try it on. Let's try it on with the tags, and then I can always put it back on the card to gift it. I think this is maybe even the kind of thing my mom might enjoy. She wears a lot of these cool statements. So let me take the little, this is a little, it's got the, can I get it off easily? I want to put it back on, so I'm being careful with it. There. Ooh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? I like it. I don't know, y'all. I might have to keep that because every once in a while you need something really statement-y. That is really cool. Okay, I might be keeping that. I'm thinking I'm keeping this. I just fell in love with this piece. That's just so neat. All right. So much for that. Well, I still got like 3 gifts plus the piece that I won that I sent to my friend. So that's 4 things. I can't remember. I think I ended up spending, it was over 100, but less than 200 for 4, 5, 6 pieces. 6 pieces? 6 pieces. So like I said, not totally inexpensive, but it's not like the sticker shock when you first see the prices and you're like, oh my gosh, I just can't afford anything in this. Yeah, that's super pretty. Oh my gosh, there's another piece of thin plastic on the necklace. It's definitely well protected, y'all. So anyway, let me know what you liked or what you think, and I just had an idea. I might do a giveaway. So, and I always like to do my giveaways in the coffee chat. So I think what I'll do is one of those necklaces, or I think I'm going to keep the cross bracelet for a church gift. And I'm going to keep the ring, and I'm going to keep the talon bracelet. But one of the two necklaces, where was it? It's never the one you look in. Here. The Romeo Love one, or the kind of lariat one with it hanging down. I'm going to put those in a giveaway. So I think I'm about 90 subscribers away from 1,500. So when I get to 1,500, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to put one, I might do 2 giveaways. I think I've got enough like things, and I can do a couple gift cards. That's what I'm going to do. I'm all excited. I'm going to have a giveaway with 2 winners with 2 boxes at 1,500 subscribers. So share it, pass it on, all that kind of good stuff. And that is going to be it. Those are the things I wanted to share. And, sorry about some of the downer stuff in life, but this is life, and we're going to share it, and we're going to support. And if you have something that you need lifted up in support, feel free to put it down. And if it's private or personal, but you would allow me to join in prayer for that, please send me an email. It's just momentsofsanctuary@gmail.com. I would really be honored to do that and just join together, because I feel like we are a community that can, actually care for one another. It's part of our digital age that we can have friends around the world. And we used to have to do pen pals where you would write to people, but it would take sometimes months, to get those letters back and forth, and it was still worth doing. But it's not like today where things are pretty much instantaneous, right? So thank you for taking some time to share life with me and to think about these things, and let me know what you think about the books, the jewelry, battery watches, just all that kind of good stuff. And on a closing note, if you've hung out this long, I just realized that I actually forgot to say the funniest thing about the tequila. When I walked in the door after all of that interesting stuff about obtaining said tequila on Cinco de Mayo, I'm walking in the door, and I've got like a big bag with all the retreat stuff that I had just done in my purse, and I had the tequila in my hand, because I told him I didn't even need a bag for it. I just carried it by the neck of the bottle, right? And so I've got, my hand, this big bottle of tequila. And so I walk in, and I can hear my family upstairs, and they're like, Mom, I was trying to text you. Do you need me to go out and get tequila? It's Cinco de Mayo. And I walk upstairs, of course, and I'm holding in my hand the big bottle of tequila. And they're like, nope, obviously you don't need me to do that or whatever. And they're like, well, that was handy. That worked out. It was kind of like, ask and you shall receive. Because I honestly, afterwards, I saw that he had sent me a text, but I never heard it or knew that I had missed that text asking if he wanted to go out. And it's nice having adult children that can even run alcohol runs for you. But sometimes you just ask and it shows up. So I hope this is one of those days for you. I'm going to continue to ask for blessings for my family and yours. Y'all have an awesome day. Take care.